Today on Larry King Now, Oscar winner Marion Cotillard on her acclaimed new role.
I read the script and I thought it was such a beautiful story about strength and dignity and about the world we live in.
On life in France.
I'm very proud of my country. I'm very proud of the people who has reunited against fear.
Plus, Academy Award nominations with all the accord you've received. Do you expect to get one, or do you think about that?
No, I don't think about that. That was already so unexpected.
That's all next on Larry King Now. Welcome to Larry King Live. Marion Cotillard is our special guest. In 2007, audiences around the world were introduced to a woman whose unforgettable performance as Edith Piaf in the French film La Vie en Rose garnered her the Academy Award for Best Actress, a movie I've seen 3 times, by the way. Today, Marion Cotillard is largely considered one of the finest in her craft, receiving continued acclaim for her role in such films as Midnight in Paris, Inception, and The Dark Knight Rises. Her latest role is the film 2 Days, 1 Night, the New York Times calling her performance as fine a piece of screen acting as you will ever see. Welcome back. You were with us when we were with CNN and you did the movie 9.
Yeah.
That was a great memory. Betsy Shark of the LA Times wrote of your performance in this current film. One of the reasons Cotillard is so affecting in the role is the lack of artifice in her performance. On screen, she simply is. For all the excellent work the actress has done, this performance stands among her best. What is so special about 2 Days, 1 Night?
Well, I've always been a huge fan of the Dardenne brothers. I never thought I would work with them one day because they usually work with Belgium actors. And so when they asked me to work with them, I was very surprised and beyond happy. And then I read the script and I thought it was such a beautiful story about strength and dignity and about the world we live in and especially our society. Did you like working with them? I loved working with them. It's actually one of my best experiences on set. They gave me everything I had ever wanted from directors, and they push actors beyond their limits. And but it's never a hard journey because they're 100% with the actors when they push them.
It's now showing everywhere, I think. When you hear things like what the New York Times said, you won the New York Critics Film Circle Best Actress Award, how do you feel, you know, with all this acclaim? Did acting come easily to you?
Well, that was very unexpected. And so, of course, it makes me happy that that the work we did with the Dardennes has been recognized like it is. And especially by critics who are movie lovers and who has the same passion as actors and directors have. It's not just the same angle, I would say, but we all love movies, and and they know movies, so.
In this film, you have to play a woman kind of severely depressed, right?
Well, she actually has just recovered from a very serious depression, and she's ready to go back to work, and she will face this absurd choice that the co-workers had to make. It was either her returning to her work and the co-workers not abandoning their bonuses. And that's what they voted. They voted to keep their bonuses, so she finds out when she's ready to go to work that she won't be able to go back there.
And that sends her back into depression?
And, well, someone who goes through a very serious depression is fragile, And
very fragile.
And yeah, it really like puts her down in a second.
How do you find that, though? I mean, you're not depressed?
No, I'm not depressed. But I had a period of my life where I felt that I came close to depression, and I'm a pretty good fighter. So when I felt it, before it ate me entirely, I fought right away. But then I could understand what it is to not be able to get out of the bed, and even if you're healthy, even if you have your two legs. And I have to say and to confess that I might have been judgmental sometimes towards people who were experiencing depression, because I didn't know what it was, and I thought what I said, you're healthy, you can move, just, you know, it mustn't be that hard. And actually, yes, it is.
We can accept a bad heart, a broken leg. It's hard to accept mental.
It's very kind of mysterious.
Yeah.
And it's scary, so I guess people are, when you don't understand what's going on, because the person who's depressed sometimes doesn't even understand what's going on, and it's things that we cannot explain, we don't like it, right?
Let's watch a scene from the film, which may win her another Academy Award nomination, 2 Days, 1 Night.
T'avais pas à leur faire peur pour qu'ils votent contre moi.
Qu'est-ce que t'insinues?
T'as dit à certains que c'était mieux que je sois licenciée parce que sinon ce serait eux.
J'ai jamais dit ça.
Si, tu l'as dit. Et ce week-end aussi, t'as appelé pour leur dire de pas changer d'avis.
Comment ça? Qui t'a dit ça?
Peu importe. Tu n'as pas de cœur.
The Academy Award nominations, with all the accord you've received, do you expect to get one, or do you think about that?
No, I don't think about that. That was already so unexpected to have all this attention, and I just want to enjoy what's here and there, and you know, this is really something when you do a Belgian movie or a French movie, and you're able to show it here. It's this is something that I really, really enjoy, and that's enough for me. I mean,
when we return, I'm going to ask Marion about the highly anticipated new movie she's been shooting recently. You might be surprised to hear what it is. Don't go away. Our guest is Marion Cotillard, one of the great actresses of our times. Her new film is 2 Days, 1 Night, now playing, and soon she will be seen as Lady MacBeth, opposite Michael Fassbender as Macbeth, same producers who did the King's Speech for our friends at the Weinstein Company. How do you feel about Shakespeare?
It's a world. It's a very special world, and I was, again, very surprised that they would ask me to do that.
Why?
And well, because I'm French, first of all.
That's how you look.
Yeah. And no, yeah, I was very surprised, but I didn't question too much why they would ask a French actress to be Lady Macbeth, because I really wanted to be her, and I had always known that I would one day in my life play Lady Macbeth. I was pretty sure that it would be on stage and in French, so the opportunity to tell Shakespeare's words was really amazing, even if she's not an easy person to live with.
Although this is not in French, right? It's in English.
Oh, yeah.
And have you finished shooting it?
Yeah, we finished a couple months ago.
Is Shakespeare difficult to play? Now, I've had actors tell me that they love to play it because it's so challenging, but you love to play it because the words come so easily, they flow.
Well, it took me a little time for the words to flow. Actually, I had a lot of work on the text and the accent, of course. I mean, it's, as I said, it's a world where you can take so many different roads. You can make different choices with the same character. And that's why so many interpretations were so different. And it's intimidating, I have to say. But then when you jump into the words and the genius of this man, then it's. No, I was about to say you don't want to leave this world, but I actually wanted to leave.
What is Michael Fassbender like to work with?
He's one of the most inventive actors I've ever worked with. And to be inventive as an actor, for me, is one of the best qualities. And I mean, we lived a very intense shooting with intense
Where'd you shoot?
We shot in England and Scotland.
Christopher Nolan, a great director, has used you in Inception and The Dark Knight Rises. Do you like working for him?
I loved it. He is brilliant. Brilliant, and the way he uses his ideas and creativity to give to the world movies to watch. And I mean, I think it's very important when someone achieves what he has achieved, directing blockbusters that drive people to think. It's a big thing.
I think he's terrific. Will you work with him again?
I would love to. Yeah, of course.
Before we go to break, I guess I'll extend our sympathies. The last week has been very difficult for your home country. How do you look as how Paris has handled this?
United, and I think I mean, that was really beautiful. All those people who, it was kind of hard not to be there and to share what was happening, but I shared it from here, and I'm very proud of my country. I'm very proud of the people who has reunited against fear, and to support those humorists, those people who were just drawing.
Have you read that magazine?
Yeah, of course.
It's
funny. Part of my it's part of my life, and it's been part of my life. Even when I was not reading, because my parents read it.
Cartoonists are geniuses to me. They could do it all in one picture.
Yeah, because you can tell so much with an image, and the last cover is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Because they just say everything is forgiven, and I think it's a magnificent
class
thing. Yeah.
We'll be right back. Stay with us. The last time Marion Cotillard was with us was when the movie 9 opened, and I had the whole cast on. You were on with Sophia Loren, Daniel Day-Lewis,
all the girls and the genius.
And the movie didn't do well. Why?
No.
It bugs
I don't know. I don't
love
know.
that
You
movie.
know, it's kind of hard to explain. Maybe people expected something more commercial, I would say, when it's I would qualify the movie as film d'auteur, and
I loved it.
And I think it's good that I mean, I'm very proud of the movie, and I know Rob Marshall is very proud of the movie too, And I think we're all proud of the movie. And
Maybe it'll probably come back and it'll get raves.
it exists
Yes, it exists.
forever.
Is it true you recently said about Justin Bieber's movie Never Say Never that
God.
made you cry? Did you say that?
I did, yay, I did. And it's true. I mean, I wouldn't have said that if it was not true, but
Well, he's a talent.
yeah, it was more about. I mean, I really respect him as a singer, musician. It's not the kind of music that I listen to, but in this documentary, when you see him, I think he's like 4 and he plays guitar like. I mean, like no one would play a guitar at 4 or 5. It's really impressive. And but the whole thing about the fans, I think that what got me to be very emotional.
Oh, I understand.
To see the joy, happiness. But
His
yeah,
mother's been here. She's a wonderful lady, his mother.
yeah, I thought it was a very interesting documentary and very moving.
We're going to play a little game now called If You Only Knew.
If I only knew.
Yeah,
Okay.
just quick questions. Remember the first boy you kissed?
Oh my God, yeah, I do.
What was his name?
Oh, I cannot say his name because few years later, he went very extreme and very racist, and that
Really?
was horrible. And my best friend when I was a kid was from Morocco, and he was a terrible person. I don't know where he is now and if his ideas has
How old were you?
changed, but I was 12 or no, not 12, 13 or 14.
That's late in Paris, isn't it?
Come on.
Okay. Is there a musician or singer you've been listening to lately?
Wow, yeah, I listen to a lot of music, and I love Lickety and Metronomy.
Not my world.
British, Metronomy is a British band, and Lickety is Swedish.
Something you love about America?
How you show solidarity, and how you are able to have a lot of humor about yourself.
What actor and actress over time have impressed you the most? An actress you've looked up to?
Of course, I mean, the queen of the Queen.
Meryl.
Oh, yeah.
Your favorite clothing designer?
Well, I've been working with Dior for a few years, and they opened me to the fashion world, which was something that I didn't really know before.
Is this a Dior?
And no, this is Valentino, which I love too.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, he is. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
I would erase all the fears that I have. I would get rid of it.
That would be nice.
That would be amazing.
Favorite Woody Allen movie?
Deconstructing Harry.
What was it like working with him?
It was hard at the beginning because I was so impressed that I was so intimidated that it took me a few days to relax and be okay. I thought I was a terrible actress because I mean, yeah, I was. Yeah, that was hard at the beginning, but then I just told myself, this is a director that you've been dying to work with, so don't ruin it.
A lot of people include that film as one of his best, Midnight in Paris. I think it was the most successful commercial film he ever made.
Yeah.
It was a great movie.
Yeah, that's such a beautiful movie.
Favorite Christopher Nolan movie?
Inception.
Favorite curse word? Do you have a curse?
Yeah, I do.
You could say it here, it's the internet.
No, I mean.
Oh, you don't want to say it though? You don't know.
No, I like.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah, it's a fine word when you're a mum. It's better than the F word, and I don't really like it, so.
Most embarrassing moment?
Most embarrassing, oh my God, I had so many.
You ever have a bad audition?
That audition is, I mean, it was never embarrassing. I mean,
Yeah.
some days you're just super bad, but embarrassing would be more, for me, I mean, it would be even more than embarrassing, but to hurt people, and it happened. And
You hurt a lover?
well, that is something different. I mean,
Goodbye,
in
Phil.
her life, who doesn't?
What's the thing that scares you the most?
The what?
Scares you.
What scares me the most?
Scares you.
To reach the end of my life with things that scare me.
Not get over it.
Not get over the fear. Yeah. That
Actor
scares
you'd like to work with.
But if I can
Yeah.
say, there are a lot of things that scares me. But of course, what we do to this planet and is really scary.
Absolutely. If you weren't an entertainer, what would you be?
I think I would work with kids.
Actor you'd most like to work with?
Well, of course, the Queen.
What's the best thing to do? One more. What's the best thing to do in Paris at midnight?
Love.
I'll meet you there. When we come back, we'll wrap it up with some of your questions for Marion from social media. Don't go away. Marion Cotillard can be seen in 2 Days, One Night and soon in Macbeth. We have some social media questions. Jacob Kabulis on Facebook. Which movie that you starred in means the most to you?
Wow. La Vie en Rose means a lot to me, of course. And yeah.
Ghostwriter on Twitter. You were enchanting in Midnight in Paris. Can we expect to see you in lighter, more comedic roles in the future?
I would love to. I would love to, and I hope. Yeah.
Only One Valerie on Twitter. Do you think that roles for women are greater in France than in any other country?
Well, lately in American cinema, we can see a lot of great female roles.
It's emerging.
And I don't know if it's more interesting or if there are more interesting roles. Actually, interesting is rare.
Yeah, it's rare to see a great script. Astrid Martin on Instagram. If you could change one thing in your life, what would you change?
What would I change?
You're on a pretty good ride.
Yeah, I don't think I would change anything because even the bad things are part of it, and I learn from it. So I would.
You got it pretty good.
Yeah.
At Avia Christian on Twitter, is there one director you dream of working with?
There are a lot of directors I dream I'm working with. The first one who comes to my mind is German director, Turkish-German, Fatih Akin. I would love to work with him.
Satya Abdallah on Twitter. How does it feel to be such a big influence within the House of Dior?
I don't know if I'm a big influence, but the journey with Dior has been super creative, and I've been enjoying it. I mean, 100%, and there's more to come, and that makes me very happy.
Adriano Machado on Twitter. Do you ever think about doing a horror, terror, or sci-fi movie?
Why not? But the thing is, since I've been a mom, I think I could watch those movies before. Today, it's too much for me. I know it's movies, and even if I'm telling myself it's fake blood, it's just movie, it's just a movie, I'm super sensitive. And but why not? I mean, yeah.
You could do anything. Any stage? Have you worked on the stage?
Not so much.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I would love to. I come from a family of actors on stage, and the strongest experience that I had on stage was not really a play. It was an oratorio from Honegger, and the text is from Paul Claudel that I will actually play in New York in June at the Lincoln Center. It's Joan of Arc, Joan at the stake, and
you'll be at the stake and you do a reading.
It won't be a reading. It would be a mise en scène.
A performance.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank you again.
Thank you
You're a wonderful,
very much for having
talented
me.
lady.
Thank you.
I want to thank my guest, Marion Cotillard. Her new film, 2 Days, 1 Night, is in select theaters now. And remember, she's coming in Macbeth next year, or this year. You can find me on Twitter at King's Things, and I'll see you next time.